candles are lit, we are ready to enter strange antiquities. Thank you for joining me. Let's see where we are. I think this is our third. Is this our third visit? It is, isn't it? It's our third video. And there's our little Jupiter. So before we begin, I think it is an achievement if we put the Oh look, that's so funny. If you put the mask on Jupiter, you get a little achievement. He doesn't let us keep it on. That's very good. I'm glad I found out about that. I can't believe it didn't occur to me to try it myself. But yes, I'm very glad that we did that. So it's Thursday. It's the start of the day. And we have the clue card that we haven't yet solved. So it says, I'm closest to the sunset, but furthest from the sunrise. Excuse me one moment. I have such a tickle in my throat. I've been doing quite a lot of talking today, so I do apologise. Yeah, also speaking in a low tone. You have to be careful, it can kind of tickle your throat a little bit, so apologies, and apologies in advance for any more breaks. If I need to cough, this is probably a good point for me to have a little sip of tea. Okay, let's get started. So I'm closest to the sunset, furthest from the sunrise, and it's a little turret kind of thing. It's not that, I think it's just over a week since I recorded last. It's not that long, but I've genuinely kind of forgotten. I feel like my brain's having to get in gear a little bit to remember what we do, so bear with me. Okay, so I suspect it was talking about Gleaston Castle because it's a turret, and a castle obviously has turrets. Closest to the sunset, so that's the west, isn't it? Sets in the east, rises in the east, sets in the west. Furthest from the east. North, south. So that's east and that's west. Must be this one then, no? This one. Yes. Thursday, the view from the tower is quite beautiful, but it's what I find inside that catches my attention. In the middle of the room is an unlocked wooden chest, and within that not one, but two smaller wooden chests, along with a cryptic scrap of paper. I wish I could just go to random places and find exciting little goodies hidden away. Ooh. We've got a little scrap of paper. So is this... Oh, can we open it? Maybe not. Well, I do like that. We don't have many containers. We've got these two, more like bottles, and then these three. I do like those. And then we've got a new scrap of paper. Something by a Dionic seal. I do apologise for that break. I've got a tickle again, so I'm sucking on a honey, lemon and echinacea little throat sweet. Hopefully that will help. Apologies if you don't like mouth sounds. I will try and disguise this sweet in my mouth. Okay. Something by a Diurnic seal. Something object made from silver. Something a Diurnic filled. Faces? What else could that be? Faces? Can't think what else that would be. And what does this relate to? That's a Diurnic field pattern. What's a Diurnic seal? Curious. Curious. Let's look in here. Diurnic, right? Diurnic of the day. Something object made of silver. Produces, it could be, couldn't it? Produces, that makes more sense. Produces a Diurnic field. Diurnic of the day. I'm going to have to think on that, I think. I'm going to have to mull over it. It's possible we don't have all the information we need there yet, but an object made of silver. Diurnic seal. I mean... Curious. Okay, I think we move on. I want to put the mask on Jupiter again. Okay, let's begin. Sorry to make you jump. It's Francesca Robertson. As if I didn't have enough on my plate right now. My sister, Bonnie, has been acting strange lately. She never got over the death of our father. She's always blamed Mr. Potter for his role in it, and now, with all this happening, she's got it in her head that he's behind it somehow. I'm worried she's going to do something stupid. If she comes in here, whatever you do, do not give her anything dangerous. I want to give her a keepsake to let her know that she is still loved. I've seen people gifting one another wooden totems, but I don't know what they're called. Is the horn shackle? That's a wooden totem. Inner perception? No. Sense of touch? No. Wooden totems. I feel like we've done this before. That was the only wooden one I could think of. Is totem in the index? No. Oh, Selenic totem though. There we go, imbued with a sentiment or feeling such as love or joy, and then held tightly to recall the same feeling, so she'll be able to hold it and recall that she's loved. Which was that of the night? Who was it? Is there an owl one? This one, yes. Overcome with a warm, loving emotion. Must be this. don't know why it's saying identified, because we already had identified it, but I guess it means for this particular purpose. Clues: this is a carved totem. The owl is associated with the night. It bears a concealed crescent shape using the closer inspection tool. It tells me it imparts a feeling of joy. I think we had all that before. Thank you. I also wanted to tell you that Mr. Hungerford has responded well, despite the pain he must be in. Oh, that's good. I put him through the ringer with that witch's finger. Well, that was a bit of a punt, wasn't it? I'm hopeful he will come around soon. So I think we had a choice, didn't we? I think there were two things we could do. So the witch's finger was capable of inflicting intense pain, but the goal is basically purification of the body. Most unpleasant experience, but a last resort that has cured some and finished off others. Well, he sounds to be responding, so that's very good news. Who do we have? It's Verona. Those silly sods at Calgathol wouldn't let me in to look around. It seems I've upset the little lord who lives there at some point in the past. Allegedly, I refused to perform an exorcism on his haunted house. He didn't like my suggestion that it might be the local kids playing pranks on him because he's a mean old git. I'm not so easily put off, though. Do you have a Tenebran cloak I could use this evening? I've got some snooping to do. A Tenebran cloak. So she can be a little snoopy. Let's see. So no, that's not one that we've done before. Sorry about that. Tenebran cloak. Upon activation, a Tenebran cloak can create a sphere of enshrouding darkness that will cloak all within its reach. A single stone set in bronze gives power to these totems. A single stone set in bronze. Excuse me again, clearing my throat. That's a single stone set in bronze. That's a single bronze. A green gemstone. But this has all the, if I remember rightly, these were all the seasons, or like ice, snow, wind, rain, I think. Which to me suggests something else. Let's have a look at our gemstones. Is that jade? I think it must be, actually, because it's not malachite. Yeah, it must be jade. Stone of earth and of nature. No. Who are you? Bronze. Turquoise. Nothing to remark, nothing to remark. It's a hand. Is that significant? Turquoise. Not turquoise. Aqua. Is it just aquamarine then? Pale blue or turquoise, right, I see. A stone of water, Dradic. Dradic is of the earth, no, so what we actually want is Noctic, don't we? Of the night, darkness. And what would be a relevant stone then? Oops, I always do that. Fire, containment, water. A dark stone for dark purposes. Bloodstone. That's Wiswick though. Peace and safety, earth and nature. The fourth eye, stone of sight. Anchor between body and mind. Stone of fire and fury, a stone of protection and enveloping night. Could be that, moonstone. Selenic, of the moon, though. A stone of the night and of darkness. So maybe that, black and striated. Bronze. Bronze with a single stone. Well, I'm a little bit perplexed by this one. Tenebrine cloak. A single stone set in bronze gives power to these totems. Oh, it's you. Gold. Oh, it's gold though. That's a black gemstone. It's not bronze. Well, it says totem, doesn't it? And a totem generally means a little figure. So I think I'm getting mistaken looking for like a pendant, unless it's... Okay, let me check the stones again. That's night and darkness, so it could either be that, a stone of protection, and enveloping night. That makes enveloping night sounds more like enshrouding darkness, doesn't it? Some moonstone. Okay. What do we have as a moonstone, if anything? Oh, this. I thought that was a moonstone guardian, but obviously that's in red, so that was just like a possibility. Oh, bronze. Stone, bronze, pinkish gemstone. Cool and smooth, warm, cold. I have nothing to remark. Inner perception, nothing to remark. It's a totem, I mean, it's a little figure. Oh, there's this fellow. Also has the same gemstone, but it's gold, so that doesn't fit, does it? Well, I think it's going to have to be that female figure. I think this is all we have. Let's risk it for a biscuit. Hooray! I very nearly didn't get that. This totem has a gemstone set in bronze. The gemstone is moonstone, a stone of enveloping night, which hints at the use of the item, yeah. Okay, good. Cedric's Thunder. Let's change... Oh. Change that back so it's labelled it correctly. So this may yet be the Moonstone Guardian. Hi Jupiter. Let's go on. Barton Potter. I bumped into Eli at the station yesterday before he left for Oxford. His train was late, so we had a brief chat and he suddenly remembered something he wanted to tell you. I told him I'd pass on the message. In other news, I've got a little something for you if you're interested. But it's going to cost you. but it's worth it. A map of the catacombs. Very rare. Worth a lot to someone in your line of work, I imagine. And all I'm asking for in return is a Valent. A Valent indeed. The holes in a Valent are of roughly equal size and spacing. They are used by the adventurous to help them find their way. A curious pulse can be felt where its power concentrates. The holes in a Valent are of roughly equal size and spacing. Holes, plural? Is that one also a hole? Those are holes. But then it has 3 gemstones. Let's see if there's a pulse. Nothing to remark. Touch. Weathered. No. It doesn't say. Oh, what about you? A blue gemstone. Gold. Blue, silver. Warm, cool, warm. No sentence sound, inner perception, nothing to remark. Oh, okay, I'd already identified that as a potential. How did I do that? I don't know. Rough and pitch, it vibrates with energy. Ah, there. The rest it doesn't really say, it's just there, so that's where it's concentrated. Nothing to remark, it's just made of stone. Well, that would kind of go. It has equal size and spaced holes. And there is a pulse where the power concentrates. Okay. Let's give it a go. We're correct. This item has evenly spaced holes. On closer inspection, I'm able to feel the energy concentrated at its tip. You've got your Valent then, sir. And we have a scrap of paper and a new map. Let's see what this says. Eli, I keep forgetting to mention, it would be helpful for you to read Dr. Robertson's booklet on curses. You'll find it in the cupboard, hidden in the counter. Great, thanks, Eli. Which is this thing? We still haven't found, I don't think, we haven't found a thing that fits. It's a few things that look like they might, but they don't have these little notches. So I'm missing something. Oops. Sorry, I clicked off the game by accident. No. Okay, let's have a look at the catacombs, shall we? Well, I don't want to touch anything. Well, we don't have any. I don't currently have any clues, do we? Let's continue. Okay. Oh, excuse me. I feel like I'm going crazy here. I know who's behind this madness. All these people with the pitch black eyes, but nobody is listening to me. I've seen it happen before. 7 years ago, my father died the same way. Well, since nobody will listen, I'm going to take care of it myself. A Corvin's might, please, and I'll be on my way. Okay. Smite or Grace. So she's the sister, isn't she? Okay. Let me check. So that's Francesca Robertson. But does Bonnie not have her own thing then? No. She's not a significant enough character. She's not one of the main characters, let's say. So she says she never got over the death of our father. She's been acting strangely. She always blamed Mr. Potter for his role in it. And now with all this happening, she's got it in her head that he's behind it somehow. Do not give her anything dangerous. Oops. I mean, what do we... Well, let's see. I don't know if we've even identified those two. So a Corvin's Might. Corvin's Might, sometimes called an Eagle's Gift, is an assassin's tool that makes use of Wixic power. I always forget these. Of the body, okay. When the warrior queen Corvan was surrounded and close to defeat, I always do this. Why don't I open it bigger? There we go. When the warrior queen Corvan was surrounded and close to defeat, a gift came to her from an unlikely source. With it, she turned the tide of battle, and the legend of the Bloody Queen was born. What does it have? Oh, it's just that. Okay. These objects pay homage to the Bloody Queen's gift. So this was the unlikely source, an eagle's gift. Doesn't actually give us much information, does it? As to what it might be, what it might look like. Wixic is of the body. So the first one, no, it's amber, isn't it? Yeah. Wixic says amethyst, stone of containment, bloodstone for dark purposes, or topaz, stone of strength. So we're looking for a yellow, a black and red, or purple. If that helps us. Well, none of these, apart from this, which has already been identified, have oh, I should put that down. None of them have the right stones on this side. What did I say? Yellow, purple, black and red. Oh, well, that's black and red. Ah, and it has claws like an eagle. A huge black gemstone streaked with red, yeah. Iron, and then polished wood. Polished, rough, polished. Nothing to remark. Apologies for any breaking audio there. I had a bit of a coughing fit. I've done far too much talking today. This probably wasn't a good idea to record after that, but we will get through. So that was a Corvin's Might. And then a Grey's Grace is worn as a pendant to dispel melancholy. They share the design of a shadow catcher. Oh, sorry. Shadow hold. Okay. They share the design of that. Is it this? What was the shadow hold then? I don't remember. Excuse me. What is the shadow hold? Ah, yeah, the design's on it. Okay. So that, I think that has to be almost certainly a Grey's Grace. Let's just have a look at it. My heart feels lighter, yeah, so it dispels melancholy. And that must be a Corvin's Might. So our decision now is whether to give her the thing that she asked for, or whether to listen to her sister and not give her anything dangerous. Although having said that, is this dangerous? I mean, it's an assassin's tool, okay, fire. I was like, that doesn't sound dangerous. This seems fine. I have a vague memory, because I have played this through once before on my own, and I have a vague memory that I gave her a Grey's Grace, and when she realises that, she's not happy about it, and it leads to I have a feeling it led to a bad ending, because obviously some of these choices do matter in the game, do affect how things turn out. So I'm tempted to just give her the Corvin's Might. What do we reckon? Who's she planning to? If she has the Corvin's Might, who's she wants to? Maybe I shouldn't take too long thinking about this, but I just want to see. She's always playing to Mr. Potter. Is that Bart? Is that who came in earlier? Bart and Potter, yeah. So she blames him for the father's death. He wanted a Valent. Sorry, bear with me. I realise I'm taking a long time to decide. So that was just to help adventurers find their way, so he didn't ask us for anything necessarily sinister. wonder if we give her this, is she going to kill him? I guess is the question. Do you know what? I may just give it to her. Like I said, I have a feeling that when I played it through, I did what the sister asked. Yeah, let's do that. The design of the item represents the eagle's gift. The bloodstone hints at it being used for dark purposes. A bloodstone belongs to the Wixic discipline. Excuse me, I'm so sorry for the coughing and the throat difficulties. Well, I'm not sure that I've made the right decision there, but she's an adult and she asked for what she wanted, so we've given it to her, I guess. Oh, this Dionic sleeve, something made of silver. Just wanted to check this. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. That's silver. Maybe I don't need to figure this out. Maybe we do actually get another piece of it, perhaps. Okay, little Jupiter, I don't know if we've done the right thing, but I'm going to close for the day. We'll soon find out, I guess. As his mind roiled in confusion, he watched through his remaining good eye as his partner lunged towards the satchel that contained the casket. To his horror, he saw that his partner's eyes were black. Creepy. So this has happened before, or at least it's describing to us a time when someone else was afflicted with this condition. A gravestone, looks like. Is that it? That's the clue. Okay. So I suspect it is the catacombs. It looks like this one. 1688. That looks about right, doesn't it? Let's check the others. Yeah, I can't see anything else that looks like it. 1688 it is. Friday, I squeeze through a partially collapsed passageway and emerge in a small chamber. Glinting in the flickering torchlight, I catch sight of a pendant draped across an old gravestone. It might belong to someone. We're just stealing things. Black gemstone, orange gemstone. We've got quite a collection of pendants going on there. Let's put it up there with the potential Zia. Hello, Jupiter. Let's put all the maps together there. Okay. Well, let's begin, shall we? My awakening ceremony takes place at the convent tomorrow. I will need a talon. Amphisian talon, specifically. An initiate of the League of the Amphisian Heart. Amphisian talent. The League of the Amphisian Heart uses these items as part of its grim initiation rite. They guard their secrets closely, but it is said that they worship the ancient nameless gods, communing with them via the broken path. Acolytes must press the tip of a talon hard against their cheekbone to the point of drawing blood. Ah, that's what these marks are. They perform this act nightly for 49 days, 7 sevens, after which the scar will forever mark them. Comes under nameless gods, same thing. Broken path. Also same thing. The League of the Amphisian Heart. Okay, so we're literally looking for a talon. Oh, look. Are they real severed fingers? Surely not. Wood. Gold. Hard and somewhat rough. Leathery. Ooh. Hard and worryingly sharp. Okay, yeah, that fits. Polished. I have nothing to remark. Makes me feel uneasy. I don't like it. I keep doing that. I never maximise it. Is there anything else? I mean, I don't know. There's nothing more to kind of look at. That would seem to fit, wouldn't it? I mean, they're literal talons, but is there something else? It's that weird hand, but I mean, those two do seem to fit with the picture, don't they? Yeah, I think we go with that. Hope for the best. The shape of the nail tips match the scarring on the cheek of the person in the sketch. Okay, great. And Morgan's folly. A folly symbol can be revealed to induce a trance-like state in anyone who casts their eye upon it, making them open to suggestibility. Precautions should be taken against unwittingly looking upon the hidden symbol for too long. Simone, I've been working my way through the journal, but it's heavy going. She's the librarian, I think. I keep coming back to this series of sketches. Does this mean anything to you? Could it relate to the plinths? Ah, the plinths. Oh, Simone, you beauty. Apologies again. Well, this a similar sort of thing as Diurnic field pattern, so it's their thaumic fields. But how can I don't. What have I got in there? Okay, apologies once again for the various breaks in audio this video. It Probably not a good idea to record after a day of a lot more talking than usual, but never mind. What can we do? So I feel, I don't know. I feel like we're missing something with this. I don't know. And she said it's something to do with the plinths, but I mean, it says all thaumic objects produce a field. But we, unless it's, how do I get our, I've forgotten what button it is. There. It doesn't seem to be only related to that, the magnifying glass. So there must be a thaumic lens. There's a thaumic lens that I assume we haven't come across yet. And then we do also have, of course, this thing, which we don't yet have. I'm pretty sure there. So we've got one of these tiles missing. So we can't do anything yet with that. And then there's this. So am I able to do something here? I mean, that looks like it relates to this, doesn't it? But it's... Oh my gosh! I thought that looked... But that's... I didn't know you could press the petals. Oh, this is very exciting. Because I've felt a bit like I've been missing something. So it's this we need... So we need this? No. This? Oh no, I can't see what I'm doing. No. It was the first one I pressed. And then the bottom one, same on that side. Bottom one, and then that one. We've got an achievement, burning blood, find the booklet on curses, and we've got another weird little thing. Who are you? It's like a rattle. Oh gosh, excuse me, my throat's so tickly. On curses, how exciting. Oh, so we can't... Oh, so that item is lost to us. That simply opens that. Well, I could have worked that out sooner, couldn't I, perhaps? So we've had that quite a while. No matter. Let's continue on. On curses and their effects. A brief overview by Dr. F. Robertson. Okay, very exciting. Oops. Black heart. The heart of the sufferer feels constricted as though it is clamped in a vice. The skin is pale and cold to the touch, and veins stand out darkly on the body. Eventually death will occur. That sounds familiar. I don't know if that's from the previous game that they had this affliction. Oh, so there's only a few. Okay, I won't read through them all just now, but that's good. So we have more information. Okay, well that's something. I feel like I'm not making loads of progress. Let's see. Oh no, Francesca's back. She's going to be annoyed. I have had to stop using the witch's finger on Jack Hungerford. I was worried it might end up killing him. I believe it has helped somewhat, but it still hasn't been enough to lift him from this curse. I'll take that mether for myself. I need to get my thoughts in order. Curse, you say? Let's see. Praxis, characterised by a necrosis of the flesh. The afflicted will feel no pain, but the scarring has no cure. Breath of Lyra, those afflicted appear to be able to breathe normally. They feel as though they are choking. While those afflicted... Okay, that sounds horrible. Burning blood. Oh, I mean, none of them sound great, do they? The subject has the sensation of burning from the inside out. Oh, yum. It is rarely survived, and those that do never fully recover. Great. Sounds, yeah, beautiful. Morgan's insanity, a poison of the mind. I mean, that sounds positively normal, child's play compared to the others. Noctic sight, those suffering from this curse speak of increasingly vivid nightmares. Horrible. The sapphire curse, marked by a telltale blue tint to the eyes. Those under this curse are plagued by waking hallucinations. Oh dear. Tormund's paralysis affects the mouth and tongue, so that speech becomes impossible. At least that's not, I mean, that's annoying and disabling, but at least not painful. At least it sounds that way. Okay, so that's it. We don't have the one with the black eyes. Okay, so she wants a restful method, which I feel like I was unable to find that last time. Because the restful nether was what she asked for before. It was either the restful nether or the witch's finger, but now she wants this for herself. A nether is a thaumic, it's a link to the inner mind. A hot tea made from the Dranthian plant is drunk from them, taking on the different properties depending on type of nether. This particular type can be used to enter a meditative state and bypass the rush and clutter of consciousness, promoting clarity of thought. Well, you drink from them, so I assume it is this. Is there any restful nether? There seem to be different kinds. Well, I think we do have a cup that looks like that, so although I didn't identify it last time, oh no, there's more than one. Inner perception, nothing too much. Sharp aroma. Hard and somewhat rough. And then that one has like amethysts on. That looks a little bit like the Aries thing. Oh, that's only 4. That's 5. Rough. Strong odour, sharp but not entirely pleasant. How am I meant to... Meditative state. Bypass the rush and clutter. Consciousness promoting clarity of thought. No. Purple, a stone of containment. That's the only, oh no. Dionic, a calming stone of peace and safety. Meditative state, peace and safety. To bypass the rush and clutter of consciousness. I mean, that could work. A restful nether, calming stone. I'm going to guess that, because I mean, this doesn't give us much to go on. I don't really know what those mean. Let's see, and hope for the best. Yes. This item resembles the drinking cup in the sketch. It has several embedded iolite gemstones, stones of peace, which hint at its ability to induce a meditative state. Okay, we were correct. Iolite, yeah, what was that? Okay, good. Wyatt Collins. I think I've been cursed. 2 weeks ago I was quietly minding my own business in the Guilty Ram when a stranger came up to me. He handed me a book titled The Changes of Dr. Learmonth before leaving. Something about it intrigued me enough to take it home with me. Ever since I read the first page, I've been having terrible nightmares, and they're getting worse. I spoke to Dr. Robertson and she sent me here. So hang on. A stranger. Okay, and he thinks he's been cursed and has been having nightmares. Well, we did read the curse book, didn't we? And there was something about nightmares. Noctic sight. Those suffering from this curse speak of increasingly vivid nightmares. Okay. Noctic Site Moonstone Guardian. For the banishment of Obsphere and Noctic Site, they tend to take the form of a comforting guardian. Well, I thought that might have been, that's the Tenebrine Cloak, so it must be this. Because it has a moonstone. So I think we will go with that. And what a lovely little item it is. The item features a moonstone. A cat could be considered a comforting guardian. Not if you don't like cats, but luckily I do. Ascus. An ascus allows the bearer to breathe underwater. The core of the item is cold to the touch, but the ring, sometimes called the halo, stays warm. Okay, interesting. Oh, we've got an achievement for lifting a curse. So that's been correctly identified. Anything else? Ah, so that's been done. Let me open the archive and get rid of that. Then we still have, what was this? Something about the Dianic something or others. Oh, weird. I don't like how it... We'll leave it there. Okay. Verona's back. There's not much that can unsettle me these days, but I found something at Calgarth Hall that I'd rather I hadn't. In the cellar where they found those two poor girls, I came across a bubbling black mess that was oozing from the rock itself. Seems there's a sickness in Undermere, and it's in the earth and the water, and it's spreading. I suppose it falls to me to find out where it's coming from. If it's underground, then underground's where I'll start. See if I can find anything in the catacombs. I realise now that I've been a little careless. I've been getting headaches. I won't go into the catacombs without a sextrum. Catacombs? Catacombs. I'm not sure how you pronounce it actually. What did she say? Literally forgotten. Sextrum. Protects against insanity in all its forms. These items, like the mind itself, are not well understood. Well, I do remember we have something with the symbol for insanity, which I think is this. A sense of crackling energy flickers in the depths of my mind. Let's double check. So it's like a bit like an Aries symbol, little ram horns, and then these interlocking diamonds. What am I looking for? This. I'm pretty sure it was that, but let's just double check. Protection. La. Insanity. Yes. So let me just double check. Protects against insanity. Yeah. So that must be a sextrum. I don't need to label it because it will label it for me. This item features symbols of protection surrounding a symbol of insanity, hinting at its protective qualities. Fortinance? Oh yes, so I was trying to read that. It's very obvious there. A fortinance can enhance physical strength or restored strength that has been sapped, whether by exertion or by a hex. I need one of these. They are made of stone or iron and usually take the form of a small totem. Stone or iron? I feel like that might be an easy one to identify if we had it. Stone or iron, usually a small totem. I take it back. Well, no, I don't take it back. I did say it might be easy to identify if we had it. But it doesn't look like we do. A small totem, stone or iron. Curious. Well, I mean, look, we've got all these goodies to get into. And we still haven't don't know. Not sure what I'm meant to do with this. And there's more to discover about the plinths. Let's end the day. End of day 9. He tried to use the diverging hook on his partner, as he had done on himself, but he could find no part of him that had not been taken over by the infection. His partner's hands ripped at the satchel, tearing it open and sending the black casket tumbling out. Sorry, I got distracted. It's a cross. So it seems like we are still in the catacombs. Below a moon that does not shine, there is no mark upon my shrine. In the dark but not alone, my neighbour bears a cross of stone. How very interesting. Oh, it's a rainy day. We like that. For the sound, not for other reasons really. So the catacombs. Below a moon that does not shine. Let's start with that. That has a moon. And that has a moon. 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 Any other moons? No. You could see that as a half moon, but I think that's probably unlikely. Okay, below a moon that does not show, there's no mark upon my shrine. In the dark, but not alone, my neighbour bears a cross of stone. Okay. There is no mark upon my shrine. Something not alone. My neighbour bears a cross of stone. In the dark, but not alone, there's no mark upon my shrine. So below... In the dark but not alone, my neighbour bears a cross of stone. Well, there... What's like below? That's a neighbour. Or... There's not a mark upon my shrine. I mean, it's got a flower on it, but... Are you a moon? We can't go below you though, can we? Oh, there's a moon. There's not a mark upon my shrine. That doesn't have the cross. Nothing up. Oh, there's a moon. Aha! That has a cross and this has nothing on it, so it has to be this one. I find the blank tombstone without too much trouble, but there is nothing else here. Feeling foolish, I begin to make my way back to the surface when suddenly I see it tucked away in a natural crack in the rock wall. A stone totem. This is what I came for. I thought I had got it wrong for a brief moment. Look at that. Could that be a totem like we, stone and gold? What was it that we got the information for recently that said it was a stone or iron totem? Fortinance, was it that? Stone or iron can enhance your physical strength. Let me just have a little check. That is stone. Sense of touch, pitted, raised detailing. Nothing to remark. Oh, nothing to remark. Well, it's not conclusive, is it? Good morning, Jupiter. Let's begin the day. Catherine Walpole. I have travelled a long way Searching for an eye of the forest, I have read stories of the drear of old who would hunt in partnership with an eagle, seeing what they see, soaring on the wind. I intend to rekindle this lost custom. Perhaps you know something about it. Oh, an Eye of Cernunnos. We've done this before, haven't we? Oh no, but we have done something of Cernunnos. Known as the Eyes of the Forest, these ancient artifacts enable one to enter the minds of lesser creatures. It is alleged that Cernunnos himself wielded an eye. They're hard to come by, powerful, and should not be used carelessly. Where's Cernunnos? Voice of Cernunnos. So the talk we've already looked at. So they're saying he may have wielded one. Well, there's this, which does look similar to something we have. Or he's got a belt with a kind of crescent moon on. Or there's a snake. So this does look very similar to the thing he's holding, doesn't it? I mean, there's nothing that describes what it looks like, so... What's the lead heart? These items depict the god Cernunnos in his non-human form. Oh, that's a deer, isn't it? A stag. So really, all we have to go on... Oops. Is the picture, and that does seem, I mean, that pretty much looks like the thing we said. There isn't anything that's just a snake, so that wouldn't make a lot of sense to me. What does it say? Green gemstone, dark wood, yew perhaps. Rough, hard and cool. A pleasant scent that reminds me of the forest. Well, that does fit. Nothing to remark. I mean, it has the forest there. It's the eyes of the forest. Just to do our due diligence. A green stone, a stone of the earth and of nature. So again, I don't think that was malachite. It looks like jade. Yeah. Let's go with that, that's ticking all the boxes. Using the index in the book, I can find a sketch of Cernunnos holding an item that looks very similar to this one. The jade gemstone, a stone of nature, hints at the connection to the natural world. Zephyrim, these resonant objects give off a faint odour that will be familiar to any thaumaturge. It is the scent of the storm, of ozone and power. Scent of magic. When these vapours are inhaled deeply, they can unlock deep wells of anger and channel them into a powerful maelstrom. This is the power of the west wind. Intriguing. Hello, Jupiter. Oh, it's the postman. I was expecting to talk with Verona Green this morning, but she wasn't at home. Unusual for her. I hope she's okay. What's she up to? If you can spare the time, we'd appreciate your help. There's something unusual in our house. You can't miss us. We're the only detached house on Ruskin. Warmest regards, Mrs. R. Breen. Detached house on Ruskin. Okay. Back to the Undermere map. Let's look for Ruskin. Why can I not see? Oh, there it is. Ruskin Street, the only detached house. There it is. I'm greeted by a tired-looking middle-aged woman who immediately offers me tea. I gratefully accept, enjoying the social ritual before we meander towards the point of my visit. She leads me upstairs and into the attic. A single small window does little to dispel the gloom, but our eyes slowly adjust. Then we hear the voices. At first I think it's the house creaking in the wind, soft murmuring groans that seem to come from the walls themselves. But then I start to feel as though a conversation is happening too quiet to make any sense of. How do I look up? I don't know what to even look for. Hearing? A hearing charm? Too quiet to make any sense of. I assume so. I think it was the bat, wasn't it? Do we? Okay, good. With the hearing charm, I suddenly find myself able to pick up every small sound without difficulty. The whispered voices become clearer, and my heart beats faster as I hear what they are saying. They are discussing a section of the wall where some of the bricks are loose. Carefully I pull them away to reveal a small cavity. Inside, to my horror, is a human skull, its dark eyes staring lifelessly back at me. At the insistence of the voices, I reach inside the cavity and my hand closes around an unusual looking item. Immediately the voices fall silent and my heightened senses are left with the whooshing drumbeat of the blood being pumped around my body. Looks nice. Another pendant. Let's put it there. So we can archive that. Still nothing about this Dianic seal. Grenville Pierce. My father's sword has a space in the hilt where a shimmer should go, but he sold it to buy whiskey a long time ago. For whatever reason, he never did sell the sword itself. I wanted to restore it to its former glory. A shimmer. Armour worn by the Knight of Thorns. Shimmer. These belong to a series of objects that were designed to slot into armour or weaponry. They induce calm rage in the face of the unimaginable horrors of battle, allowing the bearer to stay one step ahead. The Knight of Thorns famously wore a shimmer on his chest plate, but it didn't save him from being slain in the Battle of Sutherfell of 1356. So he wore a shimmer. So I assume it has to fit in here. That looks like the logical place. And I think I remember an item that would fit. This one. So I thought it might be a diverging hook, but it's... I mean, that looks like it fits, doesn't it? It's got the... Yeah, I think it's going to have to be this. What do we have? A yellow stone, we've got malachite, we've got onyx, maybe? Gemstones. I just want to, sort of out of interest really, want to see. It could be amber. Fire and light, heat and life. A stone of sight. Fire and fury. Well, the fury is mentioned, isn't it? Like calm rage. Strength. Strength, fury, sight. Allowing him to, the bearer to stay one step ahead. That makes that all, those gemstones will match. I just wanted to check. Let's go ahead. Excuse me. This pendant would fit into the slot shown in the sketch. The topaz and obsidian gemstones hint at calm rage, whereas the malachite suggests foresight of staying one step ahead. Okay, good. Yeah, that's good. idea that we checked. Babelia. The meaning of the unusual markings on a babelia is not clear. They resemble a mentic field pattern, but the items themselves do not produce a mentic field. They can be used to aid with translation of foreign texts, although they require some skill to make use of. This ability does not transfer to spoken language. Freddie Lamb. I work at a steel mill in Keswick, and I don't think there's a one of us hasn't suffered a nasty burn. Do you have anything that can protect against that sort of thing? Oh, I have to look here. Burning blood. Elderstone. No. Protection from a nasty burn. Fire? Siren ward. Made from basilisk scales, a material known to endure intense heat, these unusual objects can permit the bearer to withstand fire and flame and remain unharmed. They do not, however, offer protection against the deadly basilisk itself. Apologies again for any breaks in audio. I'm very sad to report that I've run out of tea, which is obviously terrible, but it means that when I've got a little tickle I can't actually drink anything at the moment. So that sounds about right, doesn't it? Let me just double check. Yeah, he just wants protection against burns. So a basilisk scale. That doesn't give us loads to go on, does it? Basilisk. Is there anything else? No. Made from a basilisk scale. So what looks like a basilisk scale? That might actually. Yeah, it's got markings on, isn't it? A brown shard of some kind. Orange gemstone, black gemstone, and that's bronze. Leathery, smooth, hard but smooth. Nothing to remark, nothing to remark. So, an orange and a black gemstone. I mean, orange seems likely, doesn't it? The sunstone, fire and light, heat and life. And then a black stone of fire and fury. Yeah, that all seems to. I don't think it was a striated one. That would seem to fit, wouldn't it? Because that does look like a scale. Identified. The item features a basilisk scale. The amber and obsidian gemstones hint at connection to fire. Yeah. Perfect. Solemn Mether. Ah, okay. I did think we did have what looked like two other methers, but we didn't have any details. Of the three types of mether, the solemn variety is considered the most powerful. It permits the drinker to forge pathways in the mind, to recall that which has been forgotten or to repair that which has been broken. It will produce a noticeably stronger thaumic field than the other two types. Well, we haven't found a way. Thanks, you're welcome. My wife will be relieved. I found this down the side of the counter here just now while I was waiting. Don't know if it's anything important or not. Oh, cheers. Oh my gosh, you legend. It just dropped. It's been down the side of the counter this whole time. What has that done? Oh. Shimmer. Let's relabel that. There we go. What's happened? What's happened? Has it done anything? Yes, it's... Oh, we got an achievement for for finding the thaumic lens. So this is the thaumic lens. It was as I suspected. What do we do? We just try an item? Oh! Ooh. Oh, that just closes it. What's that? What's... Huh? What does that do? What? It seems to be doing two different things there. What's the spiral? Hang on. Oh. Mentic. How would I... Huh. So that's got a circle. We need that one at the top. We need that one at the bottom. Right there. Is that all correct? Dradic. So is that Dradic? Diurnic. Let's try and configure it to Diurnic just to test that I'm doing it correctly. Let's go there. Oh, no. Oh, now we've got different... Is that right? Diurnic. Yes, a diurnic field. I see. So we have to configure those to figure out what that looks like. I see. Interesting. And then if we just get rid of those entirely and put this here, that's doing a spiral one. So then I guess we have to try different configurations. I mean that one's at the bottom for Selenic. And the little one's right at the top. And then it's this. So Selenic is like that. That's Selenic. Oh, how am I going to remember this? Selenic. Dradic was... Oh my, I don't remember Dradic. Did I do Dradic? Dradic would be at the top. Not quite at the top. That's all the way down there. We did this one, didn't we? Dradic. Oh, Dradic is... That's Dradic. Dradic, Selenic. We looked at Diurnic. So Noctic is such. So Noctic is the spiral. So what was this? Noctic, Dradic, Selenic. I'm really struggling to remember. Noctic, Dradic, Selenic. Well, that was producing Noctic now. Noctic, Dradic. I mean, I suppose I don't need to identify them to find something. That's doing the spirals. That could be third. That looks like sort of flower petals almost. So I need the one that has three. Just try different objects. No. I wonder if there's a way to... How can I check this in the book? We don't have any further info. Arctic Dradic, can we look them up here? Dradic Dionic sleep vessel. Have we done a sleep vessel? Where was a sleep vessel? Oh, it had like a... What was it? A vessel. Oh, there. Let's see what that gives us. Oh! Oh, okay. It just says the different, different disciplines, but it doesn't actually have what we need. What should we choose? Aha, that's the one we need. Whichever that is. Hooray! Well, that looks very interesting, doesn't it? Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Warm and smooth. Gold detailing laid over stone. Is that it? I feel like we should... I still don't really understand what we're meant to do with these. Okay, well that has a tick, so we've done that now. Well, that's very useful info. A useful item. Let's close that up for now. And let's continue on. Audrey Bell, oh, she's very serious looking. Judgment is coming. We worship the warrior not out of love, but because he is powerful, because he demands our fear. What use is a god that you are not afraid of? Those of us who have read Holgar's teachings have known about the prophecy for a long time, and now the casket will finally be opened. It contains his final lesson for those who will not kneel. It contains his retribution against the sinful. It contains his divine rage. My preparations are underway to celebrate his wrath and prove our devotion. For now, a veiled fen is all I require. Well, I don't know if I should give it to you, actually. A veiled fan. It's brightly coloured in the light, but it clouds over after a short period in darkness. They can be used to command attention from individuals or small groups of people. Public speakers sometimes use them as a substitute for charisma. That's interesting. Okay. So it's brightly coloured in the light. Put clouds over. I did think it could be that. I think I tried this already. Clouds over after a short period in total darkness. Well, it does seem to cloud, but then I don't know. Is that conclusive? I mean, it doesn't really give me much to go on, doesn't it? Does it? That you, little eye. It's quite a brightly coloured eye. It's you. That was cool. I thought it would be more obvious than that thing. There we go. It's an eye. The item is brightly coloured when placed in darkness. A drawer or a cupboard, for example, the eye darkens. Witherance. So witherance is the inverse of a fortinance and sometimes put to more malicious use. These can be crafted from stone like the fortinance, but wood is more commonly used. So it makes you weak. Oh, we have reached the end of the day. Good Jupiter. Alright, let's end the day. The two men, end of day 10, the two men fought as the heavens opened and lightning flashed across the night. One man wrested the casket from the other's grasp and leaped astride his horse, galloping off into the cold, wet darkness. What's this? Oh. It's quite a complicated one. Okay, so we're about to begin day 11, Sunday, and I think we will leave it there. For now, good morning Jupiter, another rainy day. We will continue in my next video. So thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and apologies again for all the breaks in audio with having to clear my throat and so on. I think it seems to have subsided now, thankfully. But hopefully next time I won't have had such a chatty day and it won't be so much of a problem. But thanks for joining me. Please say hi in the comments. Feel free to subscribe for more videos of this if you haven't already, and please do like the video if you enjoyed it, because that does help my channel. I have a very tiny channel, and it might help more people get eyes on my videos, which would be fun. So yeah, thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you this time next week when we'll be continuing with strange antiquities. And until then, goodbye and good night.